What's going on, guys? I am with the Moose, and currently, as you guys see it, I have 16 out of 32 captains done. I'm halfway to being done with all the captains in MUT 16, much more than most people. I know my brother has a few more than me, but overall, most players don't have nearly this many, and I want to give you guys my tips on how to get the captains done early. Now, the first tip I would give you guys is try to have a base set of, 5 to 6 players in each set. This can be done by either buying the really low, cheap ones that I'll kind of try to show you guys in a few sets, or buying a 15 or a 40 pack bundle. If you guys buy one of those things, you should get a very good amount of decent cards in the sets. But let's take a look inside the bills just to give you an example, and I'll give you guys kind of like the rundown. So if you guys are seeing here the ones I've added to the set, like EJ Manuel, Fred Jackson, Robert Woods, Charles Clay, Richie Incognito, and so on, those ones are really cheap. Likely I got them for around 500 coins, maybe 1,000, 2,000 coins, something like that. But overall, I try not to pay more than like 2,000 coins for any card early on when I'm trying to buy these. So everything you guys see in here was likely bought for under 2,000 coins, and all the other ones are likely going to be costing more than 2,000 coins. So take a look at LaShawn McCoy, for instance. He's more than most players around his 84 overall. 15K. His overall is pretty high, and he has the name recognition in LaShawn McCoy. Most guys that are around 82, 83, 84 are going to be pretty expensive, like the Sammy Watkins 9.3. So pretty much what I do is just keep looking up cards over and over and over again. It's kind of boring, it's kind of tedious, but if you guys are trying to do MUT Master, you got to get these sets done. And now look at this, Cordy Glenn right here. I know that 4.4K is pretty much on the low end of his price, so I'm going to go ahead and buy Cordy Glenn for 4.4K. It's not the best buy in the world, it's not a huge sniper or anything, but he's never going to go too much lower than 4.4K. So I'm happy to buy him for that, and I'll throw him in the set because I don't need him right now. But you also could use him on your team if you needed a left tackle, something like that. Looks like Eric Woodard here, 2.4K. That's an easy buy for me. Like Cordy Glenn, I know that 2.4K is pretty much on the low end of his price. Obviously, I could just wait and try to get him for 1,000 in like a month. But as of right now, 2.4K is a very good buy for Eric Wood. Now let's just keep going. Nigel Braden, we'll switch out of the bill set in a little bit. Give you guys some insight. So right here, Nigel Braden, I'm going for 5K. I think I could probably get him for a little bit less. He's only an 80 overall. I've seen him for around 5 to 6 for a while now. So I'm going to keep waiting on Braden and pretty much just kind of wait that one out a little bit. We'll take a look at Mario Williams real fast, see what he's going for. Looks like 22K might be the lowest. Yeah, 22K. That's actually a very good price. I'm not going to buy him personally right now just because I feel like he's going to stay around this. You guys can see, 22K, 25, 25, 30. So he's probably not going to rise too much. There are a few elites, though, like Aaron Donald I need, and a couple other ones that are, always going to be around like 35 to 40. And those guys, if you see them around the 25, 27, or 28 range, you definitely want to pick them up. So let's keep on trucking. We're going to go down to one of these sets down here that I had a pretty good amount in. If you guys can see also, that's one big thing. I have every single set has almost at least 10 in them. Except for I think 2 of them right now. The Seahawks I don't have 10, and the Ravens I don't have 10. Even though the Ravens I do have 10, I believe I'm just sitting on a couple players. I'm sitting on CJ Mosley and Will Hill, guys that go for, Will Hill goes for like 10 and CJ Mosley goes for like 30. So sitting on a couple players. That's also something that I kind of mentioned, but if you want to buy some players that are relatively cheap, you can go ahead and buy them and just not use them for a little while, or not put them in the set, I should say, and just use them on your team. But let's see this Doug Baldwin. Not a bad price, 4.5K for an 82 overall wide receiver, an impact player on your squad. I'm going to go ahead and buy that. 4.5K is not bad at all. But like I was saying, you kind of want to just always make sure you're buying for less than like 2K, and then when you search it again, maybe buy for less than 3K, and then kind of raise your bar a little bit every single time you search these sets. Looks like Jermaine Kearse going for 3.7. I'm going to go ahead and buy that. 80 overall wide receiver, like I was mentioning with Doug Baldwin. It's an impact position, so usually those cards aren't going to go too low. 3.7K is not a bad price whatsoever. So we'll look at a couple more. Anthony McCoy will probably be the last one we look at, and then I'll give you my final tip on how to do these. And you guys are going to see here, Anthony McCoy, 650 coins. That's why you got to look through these sets very often. That wasn't a sniper or anything. He goes for actually that low. But that's pretty much, chump change at this point. That's pretty much nothing. I don't care at all about spending 650, and most of the 76s to like 79s will be around that range. I bet if I check out this Jeremy Lane right now, he's probably going to be in the similar range around like 1K or so. So yeah, 700 right there. So that's a little bit of a mini snipe. Looks like he was going for around 2K. Got him for 700 though. Like I said, just keep looking at the sets all the time. Now, you're going to ask, how are you going to keep your coin count up since you're doing all these captain sets? Aren't you going to be using these on your team? That is a no-go. If you guys are trying to do MUT Master as fast as possible, The strategy me and my brother have figured out that works extremely well is getting a captain set done and then instantly selling him. I'm going to go to my sales recently, and this is just in the past night basically. I've done this. I've gotten a ton done. If you guys are seeing here, 178 bids, basically auctions that I bought. But let's take a look at the sets I've sold. So I sold Michael Kendricks from the Eagles set for $99K. Sold Travis Kelce for $65K. Derek Morgan for $65K. Olivier Vernon for $64K. Mike Adams for $68K. Leon Hall for $70K. Tony Romo and Glover Quinn, that's separate, but Matt Stafford for $96K. Rob Ninkovich for $63K. Cushing for $86K, and so on. You guys are seeing all of them right here. All these captains right here. Basically just doing the set and then selling them off. And you can pretty much do a set for each captain that you sell back. It's a really effective way to get these captain sets done. If you guys are trying to do MUT Master, you're going to need to do these sets. So I highly recommend, once you get the set done, put them on the auction house for the lowest they're going to be, and sell them and get your coins back. So that'll do it for how to do elite sets or captain sets easily this year. It's going to take a lot of coins. It will take a lot of time too, guys, but these tips will definitely help you out in the future. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like down below. And if I have missed anything that you guys want to talk about in the comments down below, definitely do so as well. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later.